Good afternoon. So I'm back here to answer your questions, and I'm very happy to continue our dialogue on a daily basis with you. I am answering questions from readers who have queries after reading You Are the Universe, Discovering Your Cosmic Self and Why It Matters. But as you know, you can send me any question on any topic. I'll do my best to share my opinion with you. And the question can be sent to info at jayo.com. Once again, info info at jayo.com. info at jayo.com. You can also download the app Jayo, J-I-Y-O, and I do hope you will download it. You have 20 teachers there on everything from yoga, meditation, breathing, personal relationships, food, everything that you need for a joyful, energetic body, a loving, compassionate heart, a restful, alert mind, and also lightness of being. All of that is provided to you free of charge at Jayo. So please download the app, Jayo, J-I-Y-O. Okay, so today's question, which is a very important question, is from Jennifer Lasalle. She says, Dear Deepak, I tremendously appreciate the time and effort you put into expanding the collective awareness. Thank you, Jennifer. As we expand this conversation, I hope you won't mind another of my questions and a contributing argument. After listening to your talk about overcoming karmic conditioning, I began to contemplate the distinction between the words transcendence, to rise above. Actually, it's not to rise above, it's to rise beyond. And transmutation, to change the nature of it to a higher reality. Are the two distinguishable in the esoteric sciences? Do they go hand in hand? I love this distinction as posed questions to you. The following is my argument I hope to share. Transmutation is to me the process of raising the vibration of the lower forms of consciousness into the higher. So I would say constricted forms of consciousness into more expanded. But that's all right too. Without letting go of responsibility. All the while witnessing the alignment according to one's point of spiritual attainment, all that one is capable of experiencing, adjusted to karmic conditions in the body. Mozart is said to have composed only a fraction of the symphonies he had listed in his mind, for example. Transcendence, on the other hand, means to me foregoing all that is for a point of focus in the now, without taking into consideration the karmic conditions which must be met in a lifetime. In order to transmute the lessons inherent in the form nature. In other words, the form is experienced in order to remember. We get lost in our stories from the past, worry too much about what will happen in the future to remember who one is now in the present. Well stated. Once transmuted and liberation is achieved, one experiences the self in transcendent conditions without losing the integrity of the body. The metahuman, as I see it, is so far on the earth as a fully responsible being, but while not of the earth, in this world and not of it. Let me know what you think. Thank you, etc., etc. Love, Jennifer. So Jennifer, this is a very good question, and I'll come back to you in 15 seconds to all of you. Okay, we were told we couldn't take a break right now. So let me share with you the difference between transcendence and then between that and what we call transmutation. Transcendence literally means going beyond subject-object split to the field of infinite possibilities from where all creation occurs. Transmutation is the ability to change the experience of life, including body, mind, and the experience of the world. So once again, transcendence is to go beyond the experience of space-time and causality and experience ourselves as the source of all creation. And transmutation is to take that understanding and that knowledge and then transform the experience of that which as humans we call mind, body and world. Does everyone totally understand what I'm saying right now? The difference between transcendence and transmutation. Please tell me if that is clear to you. Okay? The difference between transcendence and transmutation. Is that clear? Alvara says yes. Late Ahmed says no. Katie says yes. Susan says vaguely. Deborah says no. Patricia says very clear. So, of course, it seems that people are not clear. So now I have to really go a little deeper into it. And we can do that by understanding what is real and what is, how that which is real is creating the experience of our existence, of mind, body, and the world. So let's go over certain principles, okay? Principle 1. Reality, that which we call the experience of reality, is always filtered through our own experiences. And that means our experience of reality is personal. The mind creates structures that serve as the filter of reality, including religion, myth, science, and our own personal stories. We cannot know if there's a reality which is independent of our mind. It's impossible. Okay, so both aspects of reality, objective and subjective, are totally conditioned. What we call a person is a conditioned identity. What we call the outside world is also a conditioned projection of that conditioned identity. We participate every day in a process that is a result of centuries of conditioning, economic, geographical, mythical, religious, ideological, even scientific. Conditioning serves a purpose to make experience seem continuous. However, in the deeper reality, experiences are fleeting, evanescent. They arise and fall instantaneously and cannot be grasped or held on to. The notion that we can define any experience is therefore false. Every experience happens here and now. Right now, the experience that's happening is now, it's here. For you, for me. But now has no duration. It isn't a moment in time. In reality, now is our connection to the timeless. We experience consciousness in the now. This is the only true continuity of life. Is you who's having the experience now. Consciousness, therefore, is the matrix of experience. Therefore, it is the matrix of time, space, matter, and energy. Consciousness is only present here and now. The past is a mental construct, including the history of the universe. Mental models created the Big Bang, giving time a beginning, when in reality time has no beginning or end. And all these models are useful maps, or what I call convenient fictions. Like all mental constructs, they give a sense of continuity so that the everyday world can be navigated for practical purposes. But reality, being everything, cannot be modeled. The downside of any model, however, is that it places a layer of disguise, a veil between us and knowing what reality actually is. When mind-made veils are removed, reality transcends everything that the mind experiences. Anything bound by space-time, birth and death, concepts and models. The eternal now, when we connect with it, is our access to reality. And reality is immeasurable potential. The immeasurable potential of all that was, all that is, and all that will be. So this unveiling process eliminates everything that is conditioned or illusory, that is mind-made, that is the product of the ego. When everything unreal has been removed, reality gives the mind a fresh start. We know ourselves in a new way. Reality is consciousness, and that's who we are, consciousness. The play of consciousness is our purpose and our joy in freedom. Your own experience is that. The mind creates structures that serve as the filter, including religion, myth, science, theology, philosophy, and our own personal stories. We cannot know, it's impossible to know if there's a reality outside mind. So now, given that understanding, the difference between transcendence and transmutation. Once you get to transcend to that layer which is beyond all constructs, all myths, all stories, all philosophies, then through intentionality you can re-emerge into the experience of space-time and causality, and you can then start the process of transmutation. So now let's come back in 15 seconds and conclude this understanding. Okay, no 15 seconds, we'll just go on. So transcend means go beyond. Transmute says reinvent. And both are necessary. If you want to reinvent experience of mind, body, and universe, then you need to transcend to the ground state of all existence. Infinite possibilities, infinite correlation, infinite creativity, the source of evolution, the source of space-time and causality. And then you re-emerge with the intention of a new frequency domain of that same unbounded terrain of consciousness. And that allows you to create a new reality. Allows you to create a new reality. A new mind, a new body. Because what is the body? Modified form of consciousness. And a new world, because what is the world? Also a modified form of consciousness. So, I hope this is helpful, but we'll come back to it in another way. Blair Hopkins says belief. No, beyond all beliefs. Beyond all beliefs. Thank you.